What's up, guys? It's your girl T, aka the nappy-headed jojoba, and today I wanted to talk to you about hair products that are rather inexpensive. I put together a short list of hair products that are in the $5 to $10 range and that I think are great standout products. Some of them I've talked about on my channel before, some of them I have not. But everyone has different budgets and not everyone can afford to spend $20 on a jar of conditioner. And sometimes I feel like no one should spend $20 on a jar of conditioner. I mean, it's conditioner. So here are 5 products that are about $5, certainly no more than 10, of course depending on the size that you buy, that I think are great for caring for afro-textured hair. I'm going to do this in roughly the order that you would do your wash day routine. So the first product is a shampoo. It is the Giovanni 50/50 Balance Hydrating Clarifying Shampoo for normal to dry hair. I have used this for quite some time, the same bottle literally, because I don't need much. I tend to dilute it, or sometimes I will just go in straight with it as it is. But I think this is a really good shampoo for clarifying without overly stripping your hair. Remember, the point of clarifying is to strip your hair. You're trying to strip it from all product buildup and dirt and debris. But you also don't want your hair feeling like hay afterward. I feel like this shampoo accomplishes that for me as long as I don't do like multiple washes, which I've never even tried. But I feel like if I do one, no more than 2 shampoos with this, I'm good and it gets my hair clean. This is a super accessible brand, which is another great thing about it, because when it comes to shipping fees or free shipping thresholds, you end up spending more money a lot of the time. But you can get this lots of places. I've seen it at Target. I'm sure probably Walmart has it. I remember seeing it at Ulta at one point. I don't know if they still carry Giovanni or not. Very easy to find. It should run you anywhere from $3 to $6. Next up is another shampoo, but this one is not clarifying because I think that you should have both types of shampoos in your arsenal because you don't always need to clarify your hair. Sometimes you just need a regular shampoo, ideally a moisturizing one if you have afro-textured hair, which I would reckon you do if you are watching this video. And this is the Creme of Nature Argan Oil Sulfate-Free Moisture and Shine Shampoo. I don't believe I've ever spoken about this on the channel. Maybe I have, but I feel like this shampoo was having a moment a few years ago when it came out. There used to be another Creme of Nature formula that people loved. When that went away, a lot of people were butthurt and they reformulated it to create this. I remember using the old Creme of Nature when I was a child, or rather my mom using it on my hair. But I feel like this one's pretty good. I feel like it actually does a really nice job of cleansing my hair. It never makes my hair feel stripped. And it actually has some pretty good slip to the point that I feel like I can do some light finger detangling when it's in my hair in the shower. So I quite like this shampoo. I got this bottle from a local beauty supply store for around $5. It says it was $5.65. Beauty supply stores are generally more expensive than, say, Target or somewhere like that. So Target also carries Creme of Nature if you're in the hood. So you can probably catch it on a sale and get it for even less than $5 if you wait. Next up is an instant conditioner, which is the Trader Joe's Tea Tree Tingle Conditioner. This is one of my all-time favorite conditioners, period. I feel like it's such a utility player. I use it to mix with things if I'm making a henna gloss or even my pre-poo that I've already talked about in this video. It's a great aid in detangling. It's probably my favorite conditioner to use in that pre-poo recipe. But I also feel like it's sort of nourishing and rich enough that you could beef it up to make it a deep conditioner by just adding maybe a little bit of oil and honey if you wanted. You know, whatever you want to zhuzh it up, maybe some Ayurvedic powders, whatever the case may be. But this is a solid conditioner, and I believe this is under $4. I think this is $3 and change at Trader Joe's unless they've raised the price since I last bought it. In any event, solid clutch conditioner, and it's got peppermint and tea tree oils in it, which are really great for scalp stimulation while you've got it on your hair. Next up is deep conditioner, and I'm just going to say generally cholesterols. When I was a kid, we always would use the Queen Helene cholesterol, and then I remember we moved on to the Kair cholesterol when I was a little bit older, maybe like tween age. And that was a game changer. I remember that one left my hair feeling so soft and conditioned. It was like night and day compared to the Queen Helene. But now, knowing what I know, I believe that mineral oil and or petroleum are pretty high on the ingredients list of the Kair cholesterol. If that's not a concern to you, I still recommend that conditioner highly. I just stay away from mineral oil because I feel like it ends up coating my hair and actually preventing moisture from being able to penetrate through the mineral oil. It's actually too good at sealing my hair. So then it ends up actually sealing out moisture when I'm trying to refresh my hair later. But that's another story. These days, the cholesterol I go for is by Lustrasilk. They've got a few different ones. This is the Shea Butter one, which I've talked about before. I really like this one. I thought it had been discontinued because it did disappear from store shelves, but I can find it relatively easily now at local beauty supply stores now, so I guess it's back. I don't know. This size jar lasts me a pretty good while, and it's only $3.15 at my beauty supply store, so Cholesterol conditioners in general, very cheap and still very good. Just be mindful to take a look at the ingredients list, as you should be with any hair, skincare, makeup products anyway. But just be a little bit more mindful because some of them can have things that you might be trying to avoid. I'm going to be brief with the fifth product, and then I'm going to get into honorable mentions because I've talked about this product probably too many times, and that is the Hawaiian Silky Activator Gel, or Gel Activator actually says. I love this stuff. This is a giant tub, so this tub is going to be more than $5, but this giant tub was only $15. So I reckon if you got a tub that was like this size, which is the normal size approximately of Hawaiian Silky, it's probably like $3 and change. This is still by far one of the best moisturizers I use in my hair. If I want a no guessing games, no worrying about whether my hair is going to stay moisturized, I reach for this or I reach for my Creme Biologics. It never lets me down. It always keeps my hair moisturized for days. It's cheap. It's available on the ground. I love it. The honorable mentions are things that I think everyone should have in their hair routine / stash, but that aren't necessarily products straight away on their own. Some are, some aren't. The first is apple cider vinegar. Extremely accessible. It doesn't have to be the Bragg's one, but as long as you get raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar, I think you're going to be good to go. You can get this at literally any grocery store, and depending on the size you get, it'll easily be under $5. ACV is a great detangler in my experience because it helps to shut those cuticles and just kind of get your strands in line. I recommend diluting it with a 3-to-1 ratio of water to ACV, and I would not be able to do my hair care routine without vinegar. I use either apple cider vinegar or coconut water vinegar. I'm recommending apple cider vinegar in this particular video because it's just easier to get for most people. The next honorable mention is clays. This is Bentonite Clay and this is Rasul Clay. I also love French green clay, but that is a tougher one to find, which is why I'm not going to bother talking about it here. I have done an entire video showing French green clay as a hair mask / cleanser that I use on my hair, and I will link that here in case you would like to see it. But these two are pretty easy to get, particularly Bentonite Clay. You can get this at pretty much any Whole Foods type of store. Most health food stores will have this. Bentonite Clay is one of those things where the price can range kind of wildly depending on where you buy it, but you can certainly find a size that will fit your budget if you would just like to test it out, or maybe you just don't want to spend a lot, therefore you don't want to buy a lot. You can easily find it for around $5, and certainly a container of this size for less than $10. Same goes for Rasul Clay. This one says Red Moroccan Clay on the jar, but that is the same thing. I don't recall exactly what I paid for this, but you can definitely find Rasul Clay for a similar price range to Bentonite. It might be slightly more expensive, but again, you should definitely be able to find it for under $10. Last but not least are oils like coconut oil and olive oil. Those are in any grocery store, and you can definitely find containers of them for around $5, if not less. Coconut oil is another product, much like vinegar, that I would not be able to do my hair care routine without. And I love that it's become easier than ever to find high quality coconut oils locally. Coconut oil is great for pre-poo, which means just putting it on your hair before your wash day, ideally letting it sit overnight. It's really great at helping to prevent hygro fatigue, which is basically excessive swelling and shrinking of your hair shafts throughout the wash day process from getting wet and drying and so forth. It helps to prevent protein loss from your hair strands because coconut oil is actually able to penetrate inside of the hair shaft to the point that scientists have actually seen molecules of coconut oil inside of hair strands after it's been applied to them. The same is true about olive oil and avocado oil, but to a lesser extent. So those three oils, particularly coconut and olive, because I feel like they're the most accessible, are ones that I would definitely recommend and that you're able to find for $5 or less relatively easily. That was my quick and dirty rundown of 5 awesome hair products that are around $5. Hopefully it was helpful. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
That's a nappy-headed hose there, I'm going to tell you that now.